We're going to see some great ball tonight.
I was waiting for the deduction. Good, John. Thank you.
That was great.
So it's the Knicks and the Washington Bullets, and we are set for the introduction of the Hearth starting lineups.
Here tonight's starting lineups. First for the Bullets. At guard, at 6'4" from Kentucky, number 3, Rex Chapman. At guard, at 5'10" from Boston College, number 10, Michael Adams. At forward, at 6'10" from North Carolina State, number 24, Tom Gugliotta. At forward, at 6'10" from UCLA, number 34, Don McClain. And at center, at 7 feet from Eastern Illinois, 00 Kevin Duckworth. The trainer is John Lally, assistant coaches Jeff Vizdelik and Robert Reed, and the head coach, Wes Sunset.
Okay, come on in.
And now, please welcome the Atlantic Division champion, your New York Knicks. At guard at 6'4" from Illinois, number 11, Derek Harper. At guard at 6'5" from North Carolina, number 44, Hubert Davis. At forward at 6'8" from St. Louis, number 4, Anthony Bonner. At forward at 6'9" from Virginia Union, number 34, co-captain Charles Oakley. And at center at 7 feet from Georgetown, number 33, co-captain Patrick Ewing. The head trainer is Mike Saunders, the assistant trainer Tim Walsh, assistant coaches Dick Carter and Jeff Van Gundy, and the head coach of the Knicks, Pat Riley.
Well, it's the second of the home-and-home set between the New York Knicks and the Washington Bullets. The Knicks winning in Landover, although not an easy victory last night by the score of 111 to 106. The Knicks ended up shooting 55%. The Bullets at 48% from the floor, and a slight edge for the Knicks off the boards.
Well, the good news is the Knicks offense. The amount of points and the percentage from the field, but the bad news naturally, and Pat Riley's got to be concerned, is that they allowed the Bullets, the lowly Bullets, too many points, and they shot the ball too well.
Last night, Pat Riley came up with his 697th career win, moving him ahead of Red Holzman into 10th place on the all-time NBA list. There's Kevin Duckworth, who for the second time this season was ejected in a game against the Knicks. Duckworth had not played the previous 3 games, with Tom Gugliotta opening up at center. Wes Unseld going to a smaller lineup, but Duckworth played last night, was not effective, and then was ejected on consecutive technicals. Derek Harper up front, Kevin Duckworth, Don McClain, and Tom Gugliotta. That's Chapman for Gugliotta, being guarded by Ewing, stripped by Davis, recovered by Chapman. Shot clock at 5, and that won't count. Adams fouled by Bonner before the shot attempt. The officials, Bill Oakes, Dave Jones, Gary Benson. And McClain puts it in play. Here's Adams, who provided problems last night for Derek Harper. Harper in foul trouble. Greg Anthony came on, went most of the way down the stretch. But Bonner got entangled with McClain.
Marv, that was a box out that was rather extreme, but it is a rare sight to see a player so clearly boxed out. Right-hand part of the screen, you'll see Bonner in front of his man, taking him out of the play. Nothing wrong with that.
It's a hard double team offered up by the Bullets on Ewing. It counts, and the foul. So Adams dropped back, and then Ewing made the move on Duckworth, who committed the foul.
And didn't we just see this in the opening of our game? A repeat of last night. The same kind of move by Ewing. Just as the game opened up last night with a Harper jump shot, it opened up here tonight similarly.
McClain on the rebound. The Knicks with a 4-0 lead. With the victory last night, the Knicks clinched the Atlantic Division title for the second straight season, but of most significance, they moved back into a tie for the top spot in the Eastern Conference, tied with Atlanta, half game in front of Chicago. Ewing rebounds on the box out. Knicks looking sharp here at the start. Hoffer puts the move on Adams. And McClain with the Gugliotta with the rebound.
That was a great pitch out by Ewing.
Here's Chapman, rejected by Ewing, and was able to keep it in play. Hoffer with the room, gives it up. Bonner missed on the drive.
I don't think Hoffer wanted to take that shot. He probably feels he's taken too many already.
Here's McClain. Patrick Ewing looking very active here in the opening minutes.
A lot of the sellout crowd hasn't arrived yet, and yet there's a great energy level here in the audience.
Gilbert Davis giving the Knicks a 6-2 lead. Yes, it is a late arriving crowd. All the games are sellouts. Many empty seats down in our courtside area. Here's Duckworth. So the Knicks with a 6-4 lead. Hoffer and Davis in the backcourt. Ewing with Oakley and Bonner in the starting lineup. And Davis with his second straight from outside. The Knicks 8 and the Bullets 4. Adams picked up on the switch momentarily. Gugliotta played by Oakley. Here's Chapman on a quick release. Rex Chapman has had his best season in the NBA, although he was set back for a while with that dislocated right ankle. Here's Ewing. Yes, Ewing getting good position. Gives the Knicks a 10-6 advantage.
Always gets good position against Kevin Duckworth. We've seen that since their relationship began when Duckworth was a member of the Portland Trailblazers. Patrick gets that low position and can move. Although later in the game last evening, before Duckworth got ejected 1 minute into the second half, Duckworth started to play him tougher. Wes Unseld, who knows about playing people tough in the center position, speaking very vigorously in the direction of Duckworth.
Unseld had called a 20-second timeout, and perhaps this is what he is annoyed about, because Ewing was allowed to get the good spot up.
It's amazing how Duckworth allows his man to catch the ball, and Ewing didn't even feel any pressure behind him.
Knicks have opened up, hitting 5 of the first 7 from the field. Knicks 10, Bullets 6. Nice lead from Hoffer. Hoffer with the lead for Oakley, who ran the court beautifully, and the Knicks have a 12-6 lead. Gugliotta played tightly by Oakley. Ewing tried to front Duckworth, and then he was blocked by Bonner. Hoffer for 3. Yes. The Knicks 15. The Washington Bullets 6.
Hoffer can't resist. He's wide open. Now the Bullets tend to go to their strength, which is their forwards. McClain and Gugliotta with Chapman ready at all times.
Adams penetrating, and he drew the foul. He was hit from behind by Hoffer. Last night in Landover, the Bullets opened up strong and then faded, led by as many as 9. Knicks came back. They built to a 10-point lead, but it was close right throughout. But the Knicks, a very sharp-looking ball club here at the start. They now lead 15-7.
This is a man, Michael Adams, the 5'10" leader of this team in the backcourt, had an excellent game. As you see last night, 20 points, 10 assists against the Knicks in a game that the Bullet fans feel is his best game in quite a while. He had injury problems that have nagged him this season.
Yes, sat out for a while with a dislocated left shoulder. Offensive foul. Ewing called for his first. Knicks have won 8 straight, 14 of the last 15 against the Bullets. Here's Chapman for 3. And Oakley leads the break. Bullets able to get back. Bonner passed on the shot. And then hits on the drive. Well, Anthony Bonner, knowing his game, decided to pass up on that short jump shot and instead went for the drive to the hoop.
Bonner came back strong last night, played a half, and did well. Came back with the same energy that he's added to this team.
Basket counts and the foul. Tom Gugliotta with the field goal. And he'll go to the line. He was fouled by Charles Oakley.
Gugliotta at 6'10" with a beautiful spinning move, a studied move. Felt he was being played a little bit to his right hand. Oakley seemed to be coming over Gugliotta's left shoulder, so Gugliotta did what good players do. He took what the defense gave him. He went the other way.
Gugliotta played well last night. 7 of 14, 17 points, 10 rebounds. The Knicks with a 7-point lead. 5 minutes in, first quarter. That's a traveling violation, and a timeout is called by the Knicks. The Knicks 17 and the Bullets 10. We'll be back in a moment.
The Knicks are at the Garden to take on the Atlanta Hawks Tuesday at 7 after Sports Desk and Game Night here on MSG.
You'll love the Anderson Frenchwood patio door for the beauty it brings to a room and for what it doesn't bring. In fact, the Anderson Frenchwood patio door is so weather-tight, there may be only one way air and moisture can get through it. Get the book that's filled with Anderson window and patio door ideas.
Available in Nassau Suffolk Lumber. No one covers Long Island like Nassau Suffolk Lumber.
95 and under. Bayshore Mazda is the home of the $49.95 and under quality used car. Only Bayshore Mazda has them. $49.95, $39.95, even $29.95. Used, not abused cars. Choose from one of the largest used car inventories on Long Island, including all makes and models protected by the unique Qualicare used car warranty. Only at Bayshore Mazda, home of the $49.95 and under quality used car. Sunrise Highway, Bayshore.
Hi, you'd like to buy your house?
Where are you gonna get the money, Sonny? Maybe a bank will loan it to us. Maybe not.
Hi, we'd like to buy your house.
Where you gonna get the money?
We've already been approved for a mortgage, and we can prove it. A Saxon certified buyer's bond tells you exactly how much money we've been approved for.
If you're thinking of purchasing or refinancing, call Saxon National for your free buyer's bond at 1-800-803-BOND.
Saxon National. It's where you're gonna get the money.
We mentioned last night, Pat Riley felt the Knicks must win 6 of the last 7 to maintain an edge in the race in the Eastern Conference. Knicks clinching the Atlantic Division once again last night to make it 2 straight in that department. But the Eastern Conference race is the motivation for Pat Riley and the New York Knicks. Gugliotta hitting. That was just within 2-point range, and the Knicks now lead 17-12. Well, last night he said Knicks must win 6 of the last 7. Today he says 5 of the last 6. As Hubert Davis hits. And the Knicks now have a 19-12 lead. Hubert Davis has hit 3 for 3 from the field. Six minutes remaining, first half. It counts, and the foul. Kevin Duckworth will go to the line.
Well, the man that made that play was Tom Gugliotta with the beautiful pass. Gugliotta has demonstrated now in his almost 2-year NBA career that he is an excellent passer. Look at how that pass absolutely demanded Duckworth to do what he did. He just took him right to the basket. Another look from on high. Duckworth with an easy hoop. Duckworth said he's going to work very hard this summer. Told John Nash, the GM of the team last night, John told me this, Duckworth's going to work very hard to try and change his image, come back much stronger, thinner. I said, John, how's that sound to you? He said it sounds fine, but he said that the same thing last year.
Yes, I was going to point that out, and he said it also in Portland. Well, if he's able to follow through, fine, but 3, Michael Adams in shot-put style fashion has brought the Bullets within 1. 5:35 remaining in this first quarter. Oakley blocked by McClain. Oakley on the follow. Won't count. Foul before that second shot. Foul committed on McLean. Anthony Mason has come on for Anthony Bonner. Greg Anthony also checking in, replacing Derek Hoffer. Anthony Bonner, as you mentioned, came back strong last night, missed the game against Orlando because of the automobile accident. Pretty moved by Mason, suffered some bumps and bruises, and then came back after sitting out on Monday night.
Unusual move by Mason. Looked like he might go back for it, and he went right to the rim, and it was soft.
Knicks by 3. Here's Chapman trying to tie the game with a three-pointer. Oakley with the save. Anthony pushes down. Telegraph pass.
He had a wide open Mason to his left.
Gugliotta all the way, and he is fouled. Tom Gugliotta, who is among the leaders in the NBA in steals, coming up with the pick right there, and then draws the foul. Foul by Anthony.
Gugliotta, for a guy 6'10", runs the court so well. Another look at Gugliotta reaching in as Ewing did not come out to receive that pass. Matter of fact, Marv, he's 8th in the NBA in steals. Look at the leaderboard in the NBA steals department. Nate McMillan from Seattle on top. Scottie Pippen, Blaylock, Eric Murdoch, Gugliotta. 6'10" man with very impressive abilities in that department.
Knicks now lead 21-20. Washington in the midst of a 12-4 run after that good Knicks start. Ewing. Anthony with a nice play. Sets his feet for a 3. Rebound Ewing. Had a clear pass. Duckworth not in sight.
I mean, it wasn't like Ewing came from the foul line. He was kind of right there, and Duckworth didn't even move for Ewing when that shot went up. He should have stepped in front of Patrick.
Knicks 23, Bullets 20.
Tell you, Mark, if Duckworth listens to last night's tapes and tonight's game, spends the summer listening to all the criticism we offered him, he's going to come back first team All-Star.
He'll come back depressed. Foul on Duckworth, his second. Kevin Duckworth heard this all in Portland, and he's heard it now in the Washington area. He was acquired on that deal for Harvey Grant in his 8th season out of Easton, Illinois. Oakley. A good play by Ewing, but could not hold on. 3-on-2 for the Bullets. Gugliotta with that whip pass for Chapman. Chapman on the tip. And the Knicks now lead by 1.
You know what's as impressive as the pass by Gugliotta? The fact that Chapman caught it with no problem.
Ewing with a drop step. Lost the grip. Mason. Anthony for 3. And back comes Gugliotta. McLean was fouled. Fouled by Oakley. That is his second. The Knicks are over the limit. And Don McLean will go to the line. Second year out of UCLA. He has come a long way this season. He led the NCAA Division I in 1992, shooting 92% at the foul line. Charles Smith over at the scorer's table, getting set to come on. Played well last night against the Bullets. And Charles Smith receiving mixed reaction from the crowd.
Well, Charles Oakley always gets a response, and it's a positive one, so might have been a little sharing in the direction of Oakley.
No. I don't think so, John.
Of the positive nature?
Oh, the positive. No, I think they were just reacting to Smith. Here's Ewing. Davis. As we analyze the crowd.
Well, analyzing Hubert Davis, Marv, I'm going to say he came out here tonight really concentrating, and he's doing a fine job because Rolando Blackman took a lot of his normal playing time last night with his fine play.
Chapman is fouled. hard driving move. Gilbert Davis shaking up. He took a shot in the mouth. Foul was called on Davis. Knicks lead by 1. We'll be right back.
Nobody Beats the Wiz opened in 1976 with a dream to entertain you, to dazzle you in a world of electronic wonders and high-tech toys. Since then, our business has become so much more than just home entertainment. We've broadened our focus to now include information, communication, and imaging as part of the total Nobody Beats the Wiz experience. As we continue to change and grow, we want to take time to thank you, because it is thanks to you, our customers, that nobody beats the Wiz.
Three-pointer! Count it! Yeah, I'm dunking on it!
Butters.
It's like rain. It's always coming down.
Just a reminder,
If you don't know, you better ask somebody.
if you're talking basketball, Foot Locker knows exactly where you're coming from. Wherever that is, Foot Locker. Official corporate partner for the NCAA championships.
Hi, I'm with Toyota, so I wondered if we might ask you some questions. Sure. There's a lot of cars out there that they say are cheaper.
Yeah, I know, but I'm a quality inspector, and that's why I bought a quality car.
When Buick comes out and says that they're just as good as Toyota.
Well, I don't believe that. Just because you say quality, that doesn't mean anything. History proves it.
Look at the street. Toyota after Toyota.
Still going at it, huh?
Bye.
John Starks trying to make his way back into the Knicks lineup. The Knicks with a progress report statement earlier today from their team physician, Dr. Norman Scott.
John's doing real well. He's done everything with tremendous enthusiasm, as we would expect. And it's more a question of just really keeping the reins in on him and letting him go slowly. He's been running in the pool all week, and next week we're going to have him start running on the court. He's been doing a lot of shooting, and we're, optimistic that hopefully we'll have some good news at the end of next week.
Tell you, Marv, if John can continue running on the water, he's going to make quite an impression when he gets back.
Here's Dr. Norman Scott. Yes, John, making progress, as they say, running in water. Can he hit the three underwater, John?
Well, I'm sure John is sick and tired of dazzling the crowd with his wardrobe.
Very
at the end of the
spiffy.
Knicks bench these days. He'd rather dazzle the crowd with his jump shot.
Trying to work it back from the arthroscopic knee surgery. Bullets have taken a 26-25 lead. 2:35 remaining in the first quarter. Anthony on the drive, able to split through. Nicely done by Greg Anthony. Knicks by 1. Bullets of Adams and Chapman in the backcourt. Marty Conlon has come on, replacing Kevin Duckworth at center, up front along with McLean and Gugliotta. And a foul is called. It's on Anthony. That's his second. The Knicks now with Anthony and Davis in the backcourt. Ewing with Mason and Smith. And Michael Adams to the foul line. Adams, over the years, one of the better free throw shooters. 84% this season.
Adams also one of the league's finer passers, 11th in the NBA in assists this year. You'll note how he stands off center when he shoots those foul shots.
Knicks and Bullets tied at 27. Leg block called. Kicked out of bounds by McLean, so the Knicks get the new 24. And Calbert Chaney getting set to check in. We talked about Chaney at the start of the telecast. Chaney for Chapman. Rex Chapman departing with 6 points. Calbert Chaney last night, 23 minutes. 21 points. 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Here's Charles Smith. Chaney hit 6 of 10 from the field. Has done well against the Knicks in this his rookie year.
As he enters the game, Pat Riley counters with Rolando Blackman set to come in.
It's now not getting the ball movement. Ewing tried to do it by himself.
Like that move, though. Patrick going to the left hand. That's a rare sight.
Conlon is being guarded by Mason. Marty Conlon, local product, Archbishop Stepinac High School. Here's a three-point attempt by Gugliotta. And Ewing hit from behind by Gugliotta, committing his first foul.
Well, we saw Chaney try and post up Hubert Davis with that 3-inch height advantage, and that's why Pat Riley has gone to Rolando Blackman as he did last night for the same reason.
And Rolando hearing it from the crowd as he checks in. The last two games averaging 12.5 per game, 10 of 18, 3 of 6 from downtown. Hit a big 3 last night down the stretch. 10 of his 14 points coming in the fourth quarter. Anthony Mason blowing the whistle. Foul before the shot attempt. It's on McLean. Mason got position. And McLean is called for his second. Here's the one-time New York Knick, Kenny Walker, about to come on. And he'll replace McLean. McLean leaves with 4 points. Herb Williams, who did not play last night, coming on for Patrick Ewing. Ewing 6 points, 5 rebounds. The Knicks by 1.
Mason got, Marv, back into the flow last night offensively. Has been bothered a little bit by a sprained ankle lately, but he is playing with the minimal pain that it has been bothering him with.
Just under a minute to go in this first quarter. Adams off balance shot. Conlon gets to it. Knicks try to tie him up. Like Adams trying to bang it off the leg of Williams. And Anthony resets it. Out of 10 on the 24. Blackman feeding Mason. Nice play. Rolando Blackman with the pass for Anthony Mason.
Blackman set that up so nicely, using that pick of Mason to get free and then setting Mason up.
Knicks have a 4-point lead. Bullets holding for a final shot in this first quarter. Here's Conlon. Well, Marty Conlon with an outside touch. 4 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Anthony. Anthony with a behind-the-back move and goes off the back of the rim. After 1, it's the Knicks 31, the Bullets 29.
Pardon me, where are you going with all that Bud Light?
For the Lee family reunion.
Then I'm here for the Lee family reunion.
You're a member of the Lee family?
Yes, I am.
Right this way.
你是李中的老大。
Sure, I just sure.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
你真有点像他。
What if there were no sports? If you couldn't join a team, what would you join? If you couldn't dream up touchdowns, what would you dream? What if you did something? What if you coached a team or put up a new rim? What if there were no sports? Would I still be your hero?
If Americans were the type of people who were content just to stay in one place, there would still be only 13 states. But we've always been drawn to the road and to what lies at the end of it. There are over 4 million miles of roads in Alamo territory. And every day, with every car nationwide, only Alamo gives you all those miles for free. In a country made big by people who refuse to sit still.
For everything that squeaks, now there's one lube, and everyone should like the sound of that. One lube from Slick 50.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by the people at Nike, who encourage you to just do it. By Toyota. I love what you do for me, Toyota. And by AT&T, the official telecommunications company of the New York Knicks and the NBA.
Earlier today here at Madison Square Garden, the Knicks and the players' wives announcing a very successful program to create more awareness of breast cancer. A donation on behalf of the Knicks' wives to pay for a mobile van that was here at Madison Square Garden today so that people could take mammograms. Joining me now is Deborah Williams, wife of Herb, and Rita Ewing, wife of Patrick, of course. What was the significance of the press conference today, Deborah?
Well, today kicked off our campaign that ladies from all over the city can call an 800 number and have a low cost of free mammogram. So.
Rita, what did you learn in your involvement with this?
I learned mainly that it's really important to disseminate information. Once you learn that a mammogram can actually screen you for breast cancer, to spread that on to women who might not know that same fact.
All right, finally, Deborah, the women who are watching who want to do this and get this free mammogram, what number do they call?
Okay, they call 1-800-ACS-2345.
Okay, Rita, as long as we have you on, we never have you on. Why is that?
Because I get the nervous giggles like today.
You get the nervous giggles? Why?
It's just, I don't know, it's a bad habit.
Are you a good fan when you watch Patrick play or not?
Most of the time.
Well, Deborah and Rita, thank you very much for your time. Another great cause by the New York Knicks. Back to you, Marv.
All right, Al, same thing happens to Patrick. Gets those nervous giggles, you know, when he comes on in the post-game interviews. Unbelievable. Knicks with a 31-29 lead as the second quarter gets underway. Brent Price has come on for the first time. And here's Marty Conlon. Rolando Blackman with the rebound. Marv Albert, John Andres, Al Troutwood, Walt Clyde Frazier from Madison Square Garden. Anthony for three. Yes. Greg Anthony has been shooting the three extremely well, and he's given the Knicks a 5-point lead.
Any kind of patience by the Knicks on offense gets them good shots.
Chaney played by Blackman. There's Chaney and Price now in the backcourt. Gugliotta, Conlon, and Walker up front. Here's Price for three. Way off. Got a piece of the glass. Smith posting up on Walker. And a foul is called. This is a perfect matchup for Charles Smith, and was able to take advantage of the matchups last night. As a result, Charles Smith, 18 minutes, 5 of 7, 12 points. Kenny Walker wearing the protective mask because of the fractured right cheekbone he suffered back in mid-February. Blackman off the weave, triple team, able to find Herb Williams. Knicks lead, 36-29.
Herb instinctively knew that Kenny Walker likes to jump, and he got rid of him with that head fake.
Washington taking a timeout. 9-2 run for the Knicks. 2 minutes have gone by in the second.
The house is this room. Brick and mortar. A home is what.
Swish for Greg Anthony. A little extra time when the Knicks keep moving that ball around. Greg didn't shoot that ball that well last night. 2 for 8 from the field. Tonight the Knicks shooting well. 50% from the field with the threes.
Knicks 36, Bullets 29. 2 minutes have gone by in the second quarter. Gugliotta. And back comes Mason. Mason, Smith, and Williams on the front line. Anthony again for three. So Greg Anthony with his second from downtown, and the Knicks open up a 10-point lead. Michael Adams, Don McClain getting set to check back in. Price. Well, nice move by Brent Price. I think he surprised himself that he was able to penetrate that deep. Anthony lost it. Price for three, and again he's way off.
That's it for the night. He's cut off. No more.
He did catch the rim on that one. Conlon. Well, that's the second outside shot for Marty Conlon. And the Knicks now lead 39-33. Smith battling for position with Walker. And again, Walker trying to go physical to hold Smith away, and is called for the foul. Now Adams and McClain being waved on. They replace Gugliotta and Price. Tom Gugliotta sitting down with 6 points.
Kenny Walker felt that the officials, as they did last night, were calling them again a little tight on him.
Herb Williams. Herb able to go glass over Marty Conlon.
That's a beautiful move by Herb Williams.
The Knicks 41 and the Bullets 33. Conlon. And Williams with the rebound. Here's Anthony for Blackman. Won't count. Offensive foul. Anthony tried to hold up and could not. Anthony was looking to dish it off, and he's called for the charge.
Greg, well played as he passed off. He clobbered the defense.
That is number 3 committed by Anthony, and he'll be replaced by Hopper. Greg Anthony, here's the applause. 3 of 7, 2 from three-point land, 8 points for Anthony. The Knicks lead by 8. Kevin Duckworth is back, now operating against Herb Williams. Good job by Williams. Adams rejected by Smith. Shot clock at 3. Duckworth rejected by Williams. What a sequence by the Knicks. Strong defense by Herb Williams. And then block shots by Williams and Smith.
How about that reaction from the fans? They love those shot blocks.
Smith gets position. Smith thought he was fouled and is hit with a technical foul. And now hit with a second. He's gone. He's been ejected. And Pat Riley out. He can't believe it. And it looks like Riley's been hit with a technical. The official, David Jones, with quick whistles. Charles Smith argued because he felt there was a foul call. He was hit with a quick 2.
What a shocker.
Boy, that was a quick trigger. And Pat Riley then was hit with a T. 3 consecutive technical fouls. Michael Adams will shoot them.
Doesn't seem to fit the personality of Charles Smith to say something that would get him thrown out. You can see him reacting naturally to a disappointing call from his perspective, but
you might get the idea that David Jones not fooling around there.
That's clear.
That was the hat trick. I don't think we've seen that in a long time.
Pat Riley quickly came to Charles's defense by coming out on the court to draw attention. When you draw attention on an official's call, there's a good chance you're going to get a T.
Adams. Well, the technicals helping turn things. The Bullets now within 4. And now a 20-second timeout is called. Now it's extended to a full timeout. Knicks calling for time. 7:15 remaining. First half.
The Privilege Plus card at Nobody Beats the Wiz. You pay 0% interest for 90 days. 0%. Nobody beats the Wiz.
You've got to see it to believe it. The Men's Apparel Liquidation Center in Farmingdale. The most amazing suit sale you've ever seen is at the Men's Apparel Liquidation Center this weekend. 2 suits for $150. You heard right. 2 suits for $150. First quality brand name sold nationally for $250 per suit. Get 2 for $150 this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only at the Men's Apparel Liquidation Center. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. 2 suits for $150 Friday, Saturday, Sunday only. 399 Smith Street, a block and a half east of Route 110.
7 WNEW FM, where rock lives, where
the Stones are rolling, where the doctors spin, where Bruce is the boss, where the Eagles nest, where REM is A-OK, where Neil is young, where Floyd is pink, where Genesis began, where Mellon camps, where U2, where the Who's on first, where Meatloaf cooks, where New York's best rock lives. 102.7 WNEW-FM.
Everybody wants the job done right. Mighty work at a price that's not out of sight.
At AMAP Collision, we're driven to perform. Swift repairs, meticulous attention to detail, and a price that won't mangle your budget. Next time your car is out of commission, count on the service at AMAP Collision.
AMAP Collision does it right.
Call 800-427-AMAP.
41-37, the Knicks with the lead. 5 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Rolando Blackman extending to a 6-point lead. Well, now Charles Smith is back in the Knicks locker room, and he asked me wondering, did this really happen that quickly? It's unbelievable. The two quick technicals, bang, bang, then Pat Riley comes out, and he's wondering why, and he's hit with a tee. So 3 in a row as Chapman puts it down, and the Knicks now lead by 4. 3 quickies, and Charles Smith is gone. Double technical, and Pat Riley's hit with 1.
Marv, I just can't resist.
Yes.
Charles Smith was sent to the locker by official Dave or Davy Jones.
That's brilliant, Joe.
As Charles going in on that miss, he felt he was fouled. He reacted. Technical number 1 coming up. With a look at it now. Charles drew the technical, and then the second one out. And a shocking quick reaction from the official Dave or Davy Jones.
It was a stunner, and you do have a way with words. The last foul on McClain is 3rd. Duckworth on the intercept. Chapman. Rex Chapman rejected again. Herb Williams with the block. For Herb is 2nd block of the night. Oakley, yes, and it counts. Oakley will go to the line. Walker called for his 3rd.
Good ball movement by the Knicks. Charles Oakley keeps moving, gets that nice return pass inside. One thing the Knicks have learned, however, playing this Washington Bullets team this year, 6 points, 8 points isn't enough. The Knicks have to blow this thing open. The one game they did enjoy a big lead was an 18-point victory here on December 30th. The other 3 games have been in Washington, and they have been struggles.
And here at Madison Square Garden, Knicks have won 7 straight over the Bullets. Try to make it 5 out of 5. A sweep of the season series. Bullets spending much time on the line. Knicks only 4 appearances at the free throw line. Knicks do lead by 6 halfway through second quarter. Duckworth and Oakley rebound. In a long rest period for Patrick Ewing, who's getting set to return, and that is a double dribble called on Derek Hoffer. Now Ewing will come on for Herb Williams, who did a good job. 2 of 3 from the field, 4 points, 2 block shots, and the crowd responding to Herb Williams. Ewing, Oakley, and Mason up front. Hoffer and Blackman in the backcourt. Chapman has that very quick release. Rex Chapman with 10 points. 10 apiece for Chapman and Adams to lead the Bullets.
Chapman thanked Gugliotta for that nice pick that got him free.
Oakley open.
Can you believe how he wasn't even guarded?
Adams. Chapman saving that lead pass. Duckworth. A little baby hook demonstrated by Kevin Duckworth to bring the Bullets within 2 points. Patrick Ewing in center court tying his shoelaces as play continues.
all right. Charles Oakley can take on 3 bullets. Oh, almost succeeded.
Set play called out by the Bullets. Shot clock is at 5. I don't think the play is developing, John. That is not the design, although that was sensational.
Tremendous athletic move by Chapman.
So Chapman has tied the game at 45, and the Knicks call for time. A 16-6 run by the Bullets, who, as they did last night, persist, and they hang in. 22nd timeout is called.
One of the things Rex Chapman did to advance his career, shoot the ball as well as he is this year. You can see that tricky dribble and then that inside move as he went left with a soft touch off the backboard. He lost some weight and he's moving much better now. Chapman shooting 50% from the field this year, his best percentage in his 6-year career. 43% career shooter based on the earlier seasons that he played.
Our next Knicks telecast coming up Tuesday night, the Knicks and the Atlanta Hawks. A game of great significance. That'll be at the Garden Tuesday night. Knicks game night at 7. We'll kick it off. Knicks play in Charlotte on Sunday afternoon. And that will be a network telecast. And then Tuesday, the Knicks and the Hawks. Oakley on the follow. So the Knicks lead 47-45. Coming into tonight, the Knicks in Atlanta tied for the lead in the Eastern Conference. Chicago only a half game back. The Bulls have won 9 in a row. Here's Chaney. Bulls playing at Charlotte tonight, just getting underway. Hopper for 3. Mason on the rebound. Here's Davis for 3. Box out, handled by Gugliotta. Adams with the stutter step, and then behind the back for Chapman, who fires and hits a 3-pointer from long range by Rex Chapman. Bullets lead by 1.
A lot of murmuring in the crowd now. This shouldn't be happening, according to Knicks fans.
Knicks have led by as many as 10 points. Here's Ewing. Yes. So the Knicks lead 49-48.
Knicks shooting the ball well, 48%. The Bullets not nearly as effective at 41%, which would indicate the Knicks are doing a good job defensively, but not quite good enough.
And a foul is called. Gilbert Davis trying to deny that lead pass. For Hubert, his second. Anthony Bonner has come on for Anthony Mason, who did the job off the board. 7 rebounds for Mason, along with 6 points. Chapman. Ewing on the box out. Knicks 49 and the Bullets 48 as we come up on 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Bill Oakes blowing the whistle. 3-second violation charged to Oakley. And John, that's the 7th turnover for the Knicks. The Bullets do not have any.
That's unbelievable. And that shows you the lack of defensive pressure by the Knicks and not causing turnovers. The Knicks had 16 last night, 2 more than the Bullets.
Gugliotta foul. Bullets playing well here in the second quarter. Hopper committing his second, trying to help out on the play, and Tom Gugliotta to the line. He's 2 of 3 from the line. Tom out of Huntington Station, Long Island, in his second NBA season from North Carolina State. First-round draft pick a year ago. He was the 6th pick overall, had an outstanding rookie season, which included making the all-rookie team.
Tom, however, was very frustrated in his Madison Square Garden appearances last year. He didn't shoot the ball nearly as well as he did in other arenas around the NBA. It must have been doubly frustrating here at the Garden, where he attended many games as a youngster.
Minute and a half left in the first half. Nice play, Bonner. On the assist by Hoffer to give the Knicks a 51-49 lead. Adams calling out the play. And the fans with the chant of defense. Well, you know Rex Chapman is feeling it. Illegal defense called. Second violation against the Knicks, so a technical foul. Rex Chapman appears to be having one of those games where he feels everything is going in. Chapman is the high man with 15 points. Michael Adams again will shoot the tee. And he's 6 of 8 from the foul line. The Knicks 51 and the Bullets 50. So similar to last night, although the Knicks were able to snap out of the 3-game losing streak. And there is Rex Chapman,
as you were saying.
He is, as they say in basketball parlance, is in the zone. Bullets by 1. But similar to last night, the Knicks defensively, offensive foul. It's on Bonner. Knicks not able to stop the Bullets. Last night they give up 106 points against a Washington club that's 22-54. They're 31 games behind the Knicks, last place in the Atlantic Division. Defense has been the problem over this recent slide after winning 15 in a row. The Knicks had lost 3 straight, 4 of 5. And the Bullets are able to score.
What we're seeing, Marv, is a battle of styles.
And Chapman, with a nice move, could not complete it. Here's Hoffer. Hoffer pushes it down to Oakley. Knicks lead 53-52.
The Knicks style is more of a muscle style. They like to bang inside, stop people with the inside game. The Bullets are playing a more fluid game, hurting the Knicks from the outside. So the Knicks have to put pressure on the outside shooters, not the muscle type guys inside.
That will count. It's a goaltend. Ewing going for the block. The basket counts. Adams with the field goal. Bullets lead 54-53. To get another look at it, final seconds of the half. Hoffer able to work his way down and hit. Just a sensational effort by Derek Hoffer to close out the first half.
Hoffer leading the way down the middle. He knew there wasn't much time, so he took on 3 bullets and 1.
Halftime at Madison Square Garden. It's the Knicks 55 and the Bullets 54.
Why is today a better day for me?
The Knicks, they would really have to do something extraordinary, and no turnovers in the first half against this Knicks defense is extraordinary.
Yeah, that's true, and the Knicks are helping them by having an offensive-oriented game, so the Bullets have been able to thrive in the transition game as well as from the free throw line. Poor defense by the Knicks.
All right, some of the performances to note from the first half will come our way from the highlights, which are brought to you by Minolta, makers of the new Maxim 700 SI, only from the mind of Minolta. Now, the Knicks are getting some shots from Hustle Clyde, and Hubert Davis provided some of that.
Yeah, you're right. Second opportunities. Watch Ewing. Good position here. Good D by Duckworth. But Mason, always resourceful at 6'7" on the glass. He tips it to Hubert. So Hubert, the recipient with the jumper.
Now, the Knicks may be struggling a bit on defense, but so are the Bullets. Watch this gap that the Knicks guards create.
Because of dazzling passing by the Knicks. Good articulation on this play. And then Hubert Davis is becoming very adept off the dribble. And Mason, what's happening, the Bullets without an intimidator, so Anthony exploiting them off the dribble drive.
Two other things that the Bullets have. Outside shooting from Rex Chapman and Michael Adams.
Chapman can be prolific and very creative, as you see on this shot, drilling the jumper.
And then the little guy.
Michael Adams, the career leader in threes, attempted, that time a good screen by Gugliotta to free him up.
So it's a one-point game here at the half, and again, Clyde, it looks like in last night's game it's headed for a final score above 100, or at least at that point for both teams, and it looks like, again, it could be another close one. That's the way the Bullets seem to play the Knicks.
Problem for the Bullets, but I think it's the Knicks that are languishing right now, so they need a little more defensive intensity, especially the guards, to deny the dribble penetration by the Bullets.
And the one thing that's been missing since the 15-game winning streak came to an end, that solid defense that got the Knicks to that 15-win plateau. We got on the radio.
Okay, man.
All right, we'll see Walt Clyde Frazier again in our post-game coverage right now here at the half at Madison Square Garden. It is the Knicks 55, the Bullets 54.
Rangers battle the Islanders in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, Monday on MSG.
My store is my life. I've given it everything. To me, there's nothing else like it.
At Nationwide Insurance, we believe that every business is different. Each one has its own needs.
They've helped me with my home and car insurance, so I knew he could develop a plan to protect my business.
And the last thing Bob needs to worry about is insurance.
When you're thinking about insurance, think Nationwide. Your Nationwide co-op member agent in East Islip is Stanley Feldman.
7 WNEW-FM, where rock lives, where the dead live, where the Stones are rolling, where the Doctors spin, where Bruce is the boss, where the Eagles nest, where REM is A-OK, where Neil is young, where Floyd is pink, where Genesis began, where Mellon camps, where U2, where the Who's on first, where Meatloaf cooks, where New York's best rock lives. 102.7 WNEW-FM.
The diamonds on the expressway between exits 49 and 57 tell you these lanes are reserved for special use. High occupancy vehicle or HOV lanes are only for passenger cars with at least 2 occupants, buses and motorcycles, from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. A 4-foot buffer separates the HOV lanes from other traffic, with entry only at specified points. If you cross the buffer, you're violating the law. The HOV diamonds are brought to you by your New York State Department of Transportation, reminding you smart commuters use the smart lane.
Where everything Jeep is in plentiful supply, right here at East Hills Jeep Eagle in Roslyn. Hi, I'm Bob Nystrom for my good friends at East Hills Jeep Eagle in Roslyn. Whether you want to buy or lease the luxurious and practical Jeep Grand Cherokee or the sporty Jeep Wrangler, the car that legends are made of, you're certain to find the best deals anywhere, right here at East Hills Jeep Eagle in Roslyn. East Hills Jeep Eagle in Roslyn. Big selection, low prices, and plenty of smiling faces.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by the Discover Card. It pays to discover, the card that pays you back. By MetLife. Get Met, it pays. And by Coca-Cola Classic. Always jammin', always Coca-Cola.
Here in Midtown Manhattan, and at the half, the Knicks lead the Bullets by 1. From time to time, the Knicks salute one of the 5 boroughs in the city of New York, and tonight was Brooklyn night here. And at halftime, some of the notables who have passed through the borough of Brooklyn to fame and fortune: Allie Sherman, ex-Giant coach, Dr. Frank Field, Nick VP, John Cirillo. Joe Pepitone was out there. Red Holtzman, Stan Isaacs, noted writer, and Sam Goldapper, a big part of the sports writing scene here in New York for so many years. Oh, and 2 other guys, and maybe this explains their unique chemistry, Marv and John.
Al, you notice how I was screened out? John Cirillo, Director of Communications, arranges the night, and then he blocks everybody out.
You were filling the spotlight.
Yeah. All right, a look at the halftime statistics. The Knicks, 52% shooting, 25 of 48. Bullets only 42%, 19 for 45, but the Bullets spent much time at the free throw line and were able to thrive in that department, thus the trailing by only 1. How about that advantage off the board?
Yes, Knicks dominating the boards. Very hard one to figure when you look at the scoreboard. to why the Knicks don't have a bigger lead. Turnovers, unbelievable statistic. I don't know when you'll see an NBA game with 0 turnovers at the half. Obviously, the Knicks not succeeding with getting any points in an area where they usually excel, forcing people into giving the ball up and scoring off those opportunities.
Knicks 55 and the Bullets 54 as the third quarter gets underway. McLean came up short, and Harper moves back. Here's Derek Harper. Took a pretty good pop from Kevin Duckworth, although the foul was not called. Michael Adams and a red-hot Rex Chapman in the backcourt. Kevin Duckworth, Don McLean, Tom Gugliotta up front, and McLean has been off tonight. Here's it from the crowd off that wild shot. Davis and Harper in the backcourt. Ewing, Oakley, Bonner up front. There's Ewing. Oh, Patrick Ewing fouled. Foul on Duckworth. That is his third, and Ewing comes up hobbling, trying to work it off.
You'll appreciate, Marv, I introduced myself to Joe Pepitone there at half court in that dramatic Brooklyn moment, and said, Joe, we come from the same part of Brooklyn. I played baseball, played ball in a lot of places that you played in. I followed your footsteps at 83rd Street Field. He didn't hear the earlier part of it. He said, oh, I thought you were talking about a club or something. Joe referred to the places he hangs out at night. I was thinking about the ball fields of Brooklyn.
It certainly shows the mindset of you and Joe.
Kind of left it at that, you know.
Nice chatting with Ali Sherman, one-time head coach of the Giants. And the left-handed quarterback at Brooklyn College, as Chapman fires and hits again. Rex Chapman has 19 points, and the Knicks now lead 57-56. Here's Hubert Davis converting the three. So Davis from downtown, and the Knicks lead 60-56. Do you know who Ali Sherman's center was at Brooklyn College? Dr. Frank Field.
Come on. I've heard that.
Yes.
A
crack meteorologist.
Back to your days at local NBC.
Here's Duckworth. Knicks lead 60-58. For those who may have just tuned in, during the course of the second quarter, we had an explosive moment on the part of the official, David Jones. Gugliotta with the steal. And a foul called on Harper. That nullified the fast break. Charles Smith felt that there should have been a foul call, did not get a call. Had some words with David Jones. It led to a technical. And then Charles continued the discussion. It led to a second technical seconds later, which is automatic ejection. Pat Riley came out to find out what was going on. And he was hit with a quick tee because Riley had walked onto the court. So 3 in a row, and it allowed the Bullets to get back into the game. They were down by as many as 10. Knicks now lead by 2. Here's Bonner. Anthony Bonner providing the Knicks with a 62-58 advantage. Michael Adams pulled out of control. Adams able to recover.
Well, we just witnessed the first Bullets turnover.
Chapman for 3. Oh, Rex Chapman continues the onslaught. 9 for 17, 22 points.
Chapman is a 40% shooter from three-point range, putting him among the league's best in that department, and he leads the Bullets also with Michael Adams closely behind.
3 minutes gone by in this third quarter. Nice finger roll by Ewing, and the Knicks now lead by 3.
Well, we've seen a left-handed drive by Patrick tonight, and then that finger roll. I don't know when we've seen that, if ever, but that was beautiful. You love the versatility in Ewing's game when he unveils it from time to time.
Kick ball called on Ewing, so a new 24 presented for the Bullets. Rex Chapman has hit 8 of his last 11. He's the high point man with 22. Here is Chapman. He's just fire. Oh,
I can't believe that one.
Rex Chapman from all angles. And the Knicks lead by 1. Davis. Yes. The Knicks lead 66-63.
Hubert hanging in there with his fine shooting.
Gugliotta. Tom Gugliotta with 9 points. The Knicks once again getting no stops. And this has not been their style during the course of the successful portions of the season.
They haven't seen a jump shooting like this on a regular basis, although Orlando certainly had it.
Patrick Ewing again. And these two clubs are just going up and down the court, trading baskets.
A different kind of defense when you have to guard jump shooters, Marv, and that's what's the trouble being presented to the Knicks tonight. They've just got to get up closer on these men, and help is there if the shooter drives.
Did you reserve the car with Hertz?
Not exactly, but it's a good deal.
Are they as fast as Hertz?
Not exactly, but what's the rush? We're on vacation!
Dad, are we lost? Hertz gives you computerized directions.
Honey, this is not exactly Hertz, okay?
I hope they have the same emergency road service as Hertz.
Not exactly.
In rent-a-car, there's Hertz, and there's not exactly. Make sure you choose the right one.
Are you sure this is the way to the hotel?
Not exactly.
Did you hear that?
What's happening at Mobile? Let's take a look.
Our Super Plus detergent gasoline not only cleans fuel injectors and intake valves.
It also controls deposits in the very heart of your engine. Down here, the cylinders and pistons.
So come down to the Big Red O and drive your engine clean with Mobile Super Plus, the detergent gasoline.
It still bugs me that I waited to try Old Spice High Endurance. Just
With 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter, he's on his way to a very big night.
He's hit 9 of his last 12 shots. McClain, looked like Bonner got a piece of it. Adams able to keep it alive. McClain from Gugliotta. McClain will go to the line. Bonner called for the foul, his 4th. Don McClain is 2 of 2 from the free throw line.
Speaking with Knicks GM Ernie Grunfeld before the game, and Don McClain wandered by, said hello, and he said, Don, you look pretty good. Your muscles, your upper body. McClain was telling us last night that he spends a lot of time with weights now. That's helped him greatly in his much improved second year. And McClain said to Ernie, you should have seen me in October. I was much bigger. That's what the NBA season does to people. It wears down the muscles.
Anthony Mason has replaced Anthony Bonner 5 minutes in, third quarter. The Knicks lead is 2. Oakley able to split through, but could not finish it off. Adams. And Oakley rebounds. Mason feeling around for Gugliotta, and then decided to throw back the other way. Here comes Chapman. Adams, the 3. Wild end-to-end play now. Eric Hopper leading the way with 10 assists. Oakley hits make it 11. Yes. So Charles Oakley on that jump shot for a 4-point Knicks lead.
Interesting to get here early sometime and see the Knicks shooters out here before the game. Oakley spending a lot of time on that jump shot, and it is paying off. He's so much more confident now when he has those open jumpers.
Oakley with 10 points, 9 rebounds. Backdoor pass, McClain beating Mason, who turned his head, took his eye off it, and the foul is called.
Well, the forwards of the future for the Bullets. Gugliotta with a beautiful pass to McClain. Gugliotta guarded with a nice lead pass. That had some spin on it. Perfect bounce. Sophisticated passing by Gugliotta.
Sophisticated passing.
A lot on that pass.
Knicks 70, Bullets 69. Just under 6 minutes remaining. Third quarter.
Electronic Wizard reminds me that's a Bird-like pass. I refer to Larry Bird. Sophisticated passing.
As opposed to Eddie Bird?
His brother?
Yes. You refer to Larry Bird?
I've never seen Eddie play.
Knicks lead 70, 69. And Gugliotta was fouled up high. Ewing charged with his second non-shooting foul. The Knicks with their 4th team foul. Bullets have only one. Michael Adams in his 9th season out of Boston College. Adams with a hesitation dribble. And Duckworth undecided, called for the traveling violation.
A lot of young people here at the Garden on a Friday night tonight. When they see Michael Adams at 5'10", it must be so encouraging to people who say, well, you're too short, you can't play this game. Parents, a lot of parents say that to kids, and Adams is really an encouraging guy the way he plays.
Hubert Davis with a nice move, and the Knicks now lead 72-69.
Reminds me, Muggsy Bogues last night in that Charlotte win over Orlando. 18 assists, 5'3" Muggsy Bogues strikes again.
Charlotte home for Chicago this evening. Second quarter, early in the quarter, leading by 5 points. Duckworth with his 5th field goal. He has 11. The Knicks and Bullets continue to trade baskets. Here's Davis to the reverse, and he'll go to the line. Knicks lead 72-71. Gugliotta called for the foul. That's his second. So a rare appearance at the foul line by the Knicks. Bill Oakes in a discussion with Bullets coach Wes Unseld. Unseld finishing his 7th season as the head coach of the Bullets. That's the longest current tenure in the NBA.
And as we were discussing last night, there is a strong feeling that this will be Wes Unseld's last year as head coach. However, there is also a strong feeling that he will remain in the organization. He is so closely identified with the Bullets.
Mano led the Bullets to the NBA championship in 1978 as a 6'7" center. And I'm not sure he's 6'7". But he went up against all the big centers in the league. Had great battles with Willis Reed, among others. Duckworth on the follow was hacked. Mason called for the foul. It has not been a pretty picture as of late for the Bullets. 22-60 last year, 25-57, 91-92, 88-89. The best campaign at 40-42. Wes Unseld taking over just prior to that, mid-season.
One of the great disappointments this year was the inability of Purvis Ellison due to injury to get into good form. A former #1 draft pick has been a great frustration to Sacramento Kings first and now the Bullets with his injuries. When he has played, he has had some bright moments, but feeling is, Marv, he's going to be released. That's what I was told last night by John Nash, the general manager.
Well, as a guy, you just can't depend on when he's available. Out now with sore knees. Knicks and Bullets tied at 73. It's kicked out of bounds. There are a number of positives on this club, but several holes to fill before they become competitive on a game-in, game-out basis. Timeout call. We'll be right back.
The Knicks are at the Garden to take on the Atlanta Hawks Tuesday at 7 after Sports Desk and Game Night here on MSG. The
New York State Department of Transportation is putting the express back into the expressway between exits 49 and 57. This diamond symbol designates the new fourth lanes as high occupancy vehicle or HOV lanes, reserved for buses, carpools, and motorcycles between 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. Watch for this sign at each HOV entry point. Smart commuters will arrange ride sharing, saving 1 minute per mile using the HOV lanes. The HOV lanes are brought to smart commuters by your New York State Department of Transportation, reminding you smart commuters use the smart lane.
For a new car, it makes perfect sense to visit the one dealership that displays the most popular brands. Hi, I'm Bob Neisner for all my friends at East Hills Chrysler Jeep in Roslyn. Whether you want to buy or lease a brand new Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, or Eagle, you're sure to find what you're looking for when you visit East Hills Chrysler Jeep. It's the one place you'll find a complete inventory without disappointment. And when it comes to price, you'll find my friends at East Hills Chrysler Jeep very, very customer friendly.
$49.95 and under. Bayshore Mazda is the home of the $49.95 and under quality used car. Only Bayshore Mazda has them. $49.95, $39.95, even $29.95 used, not abused cars. Choose from one of the largest used car inventories on Long Island, including all makes and models protected by the unique Qualicare used car warranty. Only at Bayshore Mazda, home of the $49.95 and under quality used car. Sunrise Highway, Bayshore.
Don't miss the 1994 Gatorade Knicks girls basketball camp coming this summer. This overnight camp will be held July 31st through August 4th at Manhattan College. For more information, call 212-465-4100.
Knicks and Bullets tied at 73. They try to trap Chapman as we resume. Shot clock at 5. Gugliotta. Oakley keeps it away. 3.5 remaining in the third quarter. Second of the home-and-home set. Knicks winning in Landover last night, 111-106 off the clutch shooting of Rolando Blackman down the stretch. Patrick Ewing had a big one last night, able to put on the nice move against Kevin Duckworth. 16 points for Ewing, and the Knicks lead 75-73.
See how Ewing took that ball almost to the rim. I mean, he just pressed right inside Duckworth.
Chapman. 2 men on Chapman. Had no look at the basket, but that's the kind of shot he's been hitting right throughout. Rare miss for Rex Chapman, who had hit 9 of his previous 12. Ewing pops it back out. Davis. And Chaney able to get to it.
You can see how Ewing outworks Duckworth, though. Hubert Davis could have given the ball to Ewing, who, after all that motion, was wide open. He just kept working and working until he got that ball again.
Anthony Mason guarding Calvert Chaney. Gugliotta with a good recovery after the ball was batted away, and Bullets maintained possession.
Last move by Patrick Ewing, working out of the corner, just pressed right inside as Duckworth kept backing up, didn't want to commit a foul.
Greg Anthony now checking back in, replacing Hubert Davis. Davis leads with 16 points. Anthony immediately called for his 4th foul.
Greg Anthony tying up Chapman. And giving it the who me response.
Greg Anthony hit a couple of threes in the first half. 8 points for Greg. Knicks over the limit, sending Chapman to the line. Knicks going with a backcourt now of Anthony and Hoffer. Bullets spending much time at the foul line.
That's a plus 14 for them. Plus 15 points over the Knicks at the foul line, which is why they're in this game.
Knicks by 1. Mason. And Anthony Mason was fouled.
Despite the dramatic jump shooting by the Bullets, which has been their strength from the field tonight, as a team, they're only shooting 42%, which says that's good defense by the Knicks. But the foul line is the difference for the Bullets, where they've been capitalizing.
Calvert Chaney called for his first foul. So the Knicks are now 5 for 9 at the line. Anthony Mason way off on the free throw line. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the third.
Ewing and Oakley each have 10 rebounds, and Mason has 8 himself.
Duckworth off the pick. The Knicks 75, Washington 74. Ewing. Patrick Ewing, 7 of 14 from the field. The Knicks continue the edge off the boards. Here's Cheney. Wild shot. Trying to go to the left hand.
Ewing working hard. Oh, he's got Duckworth where he wants him, down low. Bullets react, trying to help out, and are called for the illegal defense.
So that's the warning. Knicks get a new 24. Here's Herb Williams for Patrick Ewing. 16 points, 9 rebounds for Ewing. Herb Williams played well in the first half. 7 minutes, 2 of 3, 4 points, couple of block shots. And Marty Conlon has checked back in. Here's Hoffer. Marty Conlon, guy who has been around for his 3rd NBA season out of Providence, Sacramento, Seattle, Charlotte. Some activity in the CBA for the New York area product. Chapman checking the 24. Shot clock at 2. And he hits high off glass.
Give me a break, Rex Chapman. That had no right to go in.
Rex with 27 points. And the Bullets take a 1-point lead. 20 seconds remaining, third quarter. Herb Williams with 5 on the shot clock. Mason. And a foul call on Conlon. Corrected, it's on Calvert Cheney. Now to 8 and 5/10 seconds remaining in the third. Non-shooting foul. Oakley will throw it in. Rex Chapman with 10 of his 27 points here in the third quarter. Hoffer. 3 seconds remaining. And he's hacked by Chapman. It puts the Bullets over the limit. So Hoffer will go to the line.
I get a weird feeling here, Marv. You know, looking at the Bullets, I just feel they know they're going to lose. The Knicks know they're going to win.
John has it all summed up.
And with 3 quarters almost complete, the Bullets are winning. It makes no sense.
You know, you probably not only ruined it for fans watching here, but think of Nick Rewind later.
I mean, it's just like totally unacceptable to the Bullets.
Now this must really bother you, right? It's what, Mitchell Butler?
Yes. Trying to get the attention
Right,
of the coach.
I know Charles Barkley bothers you when he rests the bad back. Is Mitchell annoying you right here? Chapman for 3. So after 3. John, you don't have to answer that question. After 3. It's the Knicks 77 and the Bullets 76.
Driver, do you have any Bud Light in your vehicle?
Yes.
And I am Mr. Galley-Weekich.
You mean Dr. Galakowitz?
Yes, I am. This is so cool.
First time in a limo? Doctor?
In a limo this small.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Teamwork. It's the cornerstone of any championship season. It makes good teams great. It's what makes great teams dynasties. And it's beautiful.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by Reebok. who reminds you that on Planet Reebok there are no boundaries. By the United States Postal Service Priority Mail. We deliver for you. And by Mobil 1. It keeps your engine running like new.
A real winner knows how to party right. We have a few of them here tonight. Please use good sense when you drink and know when to say when. A reminder from Budweiser.
Look at the press corps covering tonight's game. Rex Chapman, a guy who has come back from a dislocated right ankle, has had a terrific game tonight. Back on the 19th of January against San Antonio, Chapman went down, dislocating the ankle.
Oh, look at that angle. Oh, the ankle. Oh, amazing that he made a recovery as well as he has played the last several weeks now. He's come back.
Oh, Herb Williams with the good move, and the Knicks now lead 79-76. Opening minute, fourth quarter. Doug Overton, who did not play at all last night, making his first appearance tonight. Second-year player from LaSalle with the ball. McClain bottled up by Oakley. Shot clock at 2. Conlon. Marty Conlon hitting at the 24-second buzzer. And the Knicks lead is now 1. Hopper for 3. And Overton on the rebound. Overton puts the speed on. Overton changed his mind and was called for the charge. Offensive foul. Doug Overton, originally drafted by Detroit on the second round. You see the charge by Overton. He's known for his defensive play. Last year, played well at the start of the year, then suffered torn ligaments in his thumb and was not the same.
Well, he just ran into Charles Oakley, who gracefully took that charge.
Overton providing a rest for Rex Chapman. Anthony guarded by Overton. Little mix-up there between Conlon and Walker. Cheney came away with the rebound and was fouled by Williams.
Mason and Walker going at it hard. Conlon in there, boxing out by the Bullets, but unable to control the ball on that play.
We have been close throughout the second half. Knicks at one point led by as many as 10 points. Walker fouled by Williams.
The ultimate compliment for Kenny Walker, taking that long jump shot, drawing the foul. Respect for Kenny, or simply not good thinking on the part of the defense.
You don't want to commit a foul on a guy shooting a jump shot, like particularly Kenny Walker.
What are you, the coach all of a sudden?
John, would you think that was a good play?
No.
But Herb Williams obviously looking to block shots. He's in that mode, and
I just wanted to put you on the defense.
I see. No, you can't do it. What you're saying is because there's a critical comment made. That brings out the statement, what are you, a coach? What are you saying?
Right, the way you said it. I wanted to jump right on that. Put you back where you belong.
Bullets by 1, 80-79. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. And Ewing is fouled. Foul on Conlon. Right now, let's check in with Mike Crispino.
Marv, the Hornets are trailing Miami by 2.5 games as they head down the home stretch here. The Bulls trying to protect a 9-game winning streak, and Steve Kerr hits near the buzzer of the first half to cut the lead to 1. Charlotte gets a last shot at it. Muggsy up ahead to Mourning, but it won't go. It's a 1-point Hornet halftime lead.
All right, Mike. Chicago Bulls with 9 straight wins. They come into tonight's play only a half game behind the Knicks and Atlanta. Mason on the funnel. Knicks lead 81-80.
Charlotte Hornets face a tough road. They have to win all their 6 games, their remaining games, including tonight, and depend on Miami. winning only 2 of 5 in order to make it to the playoffs. Very tough road for Charlotte.
Good play by Williams. Herb Williams breaking up the pass play. Blackman for 3. Comes back to Rolando. Ewing. Foul. An unusual lineup on the floor for the Knicks, with Pat Riley staying with a combination of Patrick Ewing and Herb Williams at a big forward slot. Pat has said he might do that from time to time. Conlon called for the foul.
You know, Mark, talking about Charlotte and the difficulty they have, but they have the game tonight with Chicago and then the Knicks on Sunday. But then you look at the rest of the week for the Charlotte Hornets. They play Washington twice, Boston, and Detroit. So if Charlotte can get through tonight and Sunday, there's a light at the end of the tunnel for them. They could make it.
Knicks 83, the Bullets 80. Matching the biggest lead of the second half, a 3-point margin. McClain battling hard to get the shot off. Blackman and Anthony at the guard. Ewing, Williams, Mason up front. Shot clock at 6. Mason. Anthony Mason with a power move.
That's why Kenny Walker never made it big in the NBA. He doesn't have the strength below his waist to stop people like Mason.
Now, a coast-to-coast savings event that only comes once a year. Announcing the National Jeep Sale at your Jeep and Eagle dealer, where you can buy or lease Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo at special savings. Get $300 cash back when you buy or lease Jeep Wrangler. Or get special savings when you buy or lease Cherokee Sport with no charge air. So hurry in today, because while our vehicles know no limits, our sales do.
We both had to get home for Mom's birthday. Charlie took his car.
Rangers playoff games at Madison Square Garden. The following performances of Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus have been canceled. Sunday, April 17th at 1 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. and Sunday, May 1st at 10:30 a.m., 2 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Tickets, however, are still available for other performances.
6 consecutive points by the Knicks, and they lead 85-80. 8:20 remaining in this fourth quarter. Rex Chapman going in and out. Rare miss in the second half for Chapman.
I was lip reading his response as he backpedaled. He said, darn it.
Blackman run into by Chapman. Rex Chapman commits his second. Rex, the son of Wayne Chapman, who played in the ABA. Remember Wayne?
Certainly.
Do you really?
I remember.
I do.
I don't remember his career, but I remember hearing his name in relation to
life.
Sports.
Oh, what a pass from Anthony. Anthony for Williams. And the Knicks open up a 7-point lead. Wayne Chapman, not a bad player. College days, and saw service in the ABA. Rex Chapman for Tom Gugliotta. 8-0 run by the Knicks. Crowd responded, and Mason gave it up to Williams.
Kevin Duckworth was hypnotized by the nice passing of the Knicks, and the Knicks have opened this thing up.
10 unanswered points. The Knicks lead 89-80. Bullets have not converted a field goal in the last 4 minutes. Chapman played by Blackman. Does it off the dribble. Comes up short on that 3-point attempt. Herb Williams on the rebound. Greg Anthony saving the outlet. Anthony Mason head faking. Tom Gugliotta. Oh, what a move by Mason. And Wes Unseld wants to talk it over.
I'll tell you, if I'm Unseld or Gugliotta, I'm real unhappy. I mean, Mason clobbered Gugliotta.
Madison Square Garden television announcers have the David Rickey look. Designers of custom wardrobes for men. David Rickey and Company, New York, California, and the world.
$49.95 and under. Bayshore Mazda is the home of the $49.95 and under quality used car. Only Bayshore Mazda has them. $49.95, $39.95, even $29.95. Used, not abused cars. Choose from one of the largest used car inventories on Long Island, including all makes and models protected by the unique Qualicare used car warranty. Only at Bayshore Mazda, home of the $49.95 and under quality used car. Sunrise Highway, Bayshore.
The insurance, but when the car came out of the shop, I told Joe here that it just didn't look right.
You see, that's where Nationwide's Blue Ribbon Claim Guarantee kicks in.
I gotta say, Nationwide really went to bat for me. It got fixed.
Satisfaction guaranteed in writing.
Joe was right. That makes a big difference.
One heck of a difference.
Nationwide is on your side.
When you're thinking about insurance, think Nationwide. Your Nationwide co-op member agent in Comac is Tim Tango.
Now it's time for the MCS Cannon Great Teamwork Moment. As this game winds down, the Knicks are passing the ball beautifully. Greg Anthony to Herb Williams, a wide open Herb Williams. Blackman inside, Mason sensing the double team. He knew Herb Williams would be wide open. Cannon technology and MCS service. One is a great reason to buy the other. Anthony Mason working inside against Gugliotta. He backed up Gugliotta. Succeeded in that move. Gugliotta a little unhappy about the push he took from Mason.
12 unanswered points by the Knicks. They lead 91-80. Biggest lead of the night. Cheney. Anthony Mason made it very difficult for Calvin Cheney to locate that shot.
Boy, Cheney is a tough player one-on-one. He doesn't need picks.
6:10 remaining in the fourth. Ewing foul. Gugliotta came over to help. Foul was called on Cheney. So the Bullets called for their fourth team foul, and a discussion amongst the officials as to whether it was in the act or not. Patrick Ewing went to the foul line. He was looking to shoot the free throws, but they say no, not in the act of shooting.
The Knicks passing has gotten so much better in the last 5 minutes.
Mason had it knocked away. Here comes Cheney on a 3-on-1. Cheney from Chapman. Bullets had gone 5 minutes without a field goal before that previous shot by Cheney. The Knicks 91 and the Bullets 84. Anthony Mason just pointed in the face of Gary Benson and is called for a technical, and now he's been thrown out.
He asked for it, Mark. There was just no doubt about it. There was nothing subtle about Anthony's message to the official. He really tested the official.
First, he pointed right at him, which is a no-no, trying to show him up. Michael Adams shooting the technicals, and then he continued on and was ejected. So he will join Charles Smith back in the Knicks locker room. Charles tossed in the first half.
Mason did some pointing, got the first technical, and then continued speaking to the official. And that was that. And the Knicks are going to miss Anthony Mason's defense on Cheney.
Well, that can't please Pat Riley, who's always tried to keep his players under control. And come playoff time, you just cannot do that. In this type of situation, you might get away with it, but here are the Knicks losing 2 of their players on double technical fouls. Most unusual. The foul here committed by Duckworth.
Just suppose the Knicks lose this game, and the opportunity at the best record in the Eastern Conference, and therefore home court advantage. This particular move will be pointed at in a big way. If the Knicks are able to come out of this one, not much will be said publicly, although this man will have a lot to say, you know, to his team about talking to the officials. Anthony Mason should hope that the Knicks are able to continue. They're going to miss him, however.
Knicks lead 92-85. Mason leads with 12 points, 12 rebounds. He was having an outstanding night. 5:15 remaining, 4th quarter. Cheney off the spin. Rebounded by Duckworth. And he was fouled. Don Ewing, his 3rd. The Knicks with their 3rd team foul. The Bullets are over the limit. Duckworth to the line. He's 2 of 3 from the line. Well, tonight we have not seen the 7'7" rookie from Romania, George Murasan, who was effective last night against the Knicks. And was effective against the Knicks in the previous meeting back in February. Well, Duckworth just tossing that one away. Did not take much time and just flipped it up. The Knicks lead by 7. Just under 5 minutes left, 4th quarter. Here is Ewing.
Ewing frustratingly pointing to his arm as he turned around to come back up court, indicating he was fouled.
Adams. Oh, Michael Adams circling. Coming from outside and beat 3 or 4 Knicks on that move. The Knick lead is now 5. They've led by as many as 11. Bullets with a 7-1 run. Here's Davis. Davis on the follow. The Knicks 96. Correction, Knicks 94. The Bullets 87. 4:10 to go in the 4th. Duckworth lost the grip.
Charles Oakley, I can't help but notice, is waiting to come in the game at half court. He's been watching the game in the overhead screen above the court as opposed to watching in front of him.
Let's go check out the camera angles. Davis for 3. Charles with an aesthetic sense of seeing how the coverage is going. Cheney was blocked. And Davis fouled. And now Charles Oakley will come on for Herb Williams. Foul committed on by Kevin Duckworth. That's his 5th.
Long pass inside to Cheney. Patrick Ewing right on the case, sending it back.
The crowd reacting to the superb play of Herb Williams. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 block shots. Herb hit 5 of 7 from the field, and Pat Riley going for long stretches with a combination of Ewing and Williams.
That's a look to the team that Pat Riley might want to employ during the playoffs, particularly against the taller teams. Pat getting the advantage tonight against the somewhat smaller Bullets team by playing the 2 big guys together.
Hubert Davis upset with himself. The Knicks are only 10 of 20 from the free throw line. And a foul. A hacking foul will put Cheney on the line. Blackman called for the foul. With Charles Smith ejected in the first half. The Knicks going for the combination of Herb Williams and Patrick Ewing a bit more frequently, and staying with it here in the second half. And now Anthony Mason is gone. He, like Smith, hit with the consecutive technical fouls. The Knicks lead by 6. 3:13 remaining in the fourth. Chicago and Charlotte now tied at 54 in the third quarter. The Bulls half game behind the Knicks in Atlanta. Ewing. So Patrick Ewing is fouled by Kevin Duckworth, and he has fouled out. That's 6 on Duckworth.
Take a look at White. Unsell's unhappy now. Ewing fading away. Duckworth, who has really not challenged Ewing that much on jump shots tonight, however, draws the foul. Foul call against him. That's Robert Reed sitting next to Duckworth. Fans might remember Robert Reed from his longtime NBA career. Associated most with the Houston Rockets. Robert is hoping that his coaching career will continue should Wes Unseld end this year.
Timeout taken with 2:58 remaining in the fourth.
Let's talk smart. Let's talk Eagle Vision. V6 power windows and locks, air conditioning, and automatic transmission. Let's talk safety. Let's talk lease. We're talking $229 a month. Hey, stop talking and go test drive a new Vision ESI. It's the least we can do for you.
The same mind that created a child's first camera created a professional camera with the world's fastest shutter speed. The same mind that gives you a close look at the moon lets you zoom close to a star. The same mind that perfected autofocus in photography introduced autofocus to binoculars. All this visual technology at your fingertips could only come from one mind. Only from the mind of Minolta.
Is the immediate future for the Knicks, brought to you by Delta Airlines. The upcoming schedule has the Knicks at Charlotte on Sunday. Tuesday here at Madison Square Garden, the Hawks come into town in a big one, and then Thursday they finish to the Knicks' home season with the Philadelphia 76ers, those nasty Sixers who surprised the Knicks recently.
The Knicks 94 and the Bullets 89 with 2 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. Fourth quarter. Bullets back home from Boston on Sunday, playing out the schedule following tonight. 5 games remaining. The Knicks Sunday afternoon play the Hornets in Charlotte. And as John mentioned, back for Atlanta on Tuesday. The Knicks at home have won 30 and lost 8. They had won 9 straight here at the Garden before the loss to Orlando this past Monday night. Patrick Ewing, 5 of 9 from the line.
Oh, did you file your income tax on time today?
Yes, my staff on the case.
Give something back.
How about yourself?
I'll do that in later weeks.
Oh, filing late, John.
Yes.
That Empire, so much going, I can't quite get it ready.
Something like that.
Knicks lead 96-89. Conlon for Gugliotta. And a loose ball foul call. It's on Conlon. Marty Conlon picks up his third. He came on for Kevin Duckworth, who fouled out just a moment ago.
I don't think Wes Unsell's happy.
So Charles Oakley to the line, 0 for 1 from the line.
John Starks made the big screen above us here on the court. The crowd enjoyed the sight of John. Looking forward to his return.
Word earlier that John has been making excellent progress. Running in water. Progressing with light shooting, and now we'll begin running, and we'll try to get back to regular practice sessions. Gugliotta passing on the 3, and then blocked by Ewing. The Knicks 97, the Bullets 89. After one, it's Atlanta 22 and Milwaukee 20. Knicks and Atlanta tied for the lead in the East. Davis lost his footing. Ewing just popped it up with the shot clock running down. Here comes Chapman. Adams for 3. And Chaney gets to it. Sets up Conlon. Conlon held. Both teams over the limit. Marty Conlon will go to the line. Foul called on Davis. That's 3 on Davis. Conlon, a good free throw shooter. He's 83% for the season. Marty Conlon, a teammate of Eric Murdoch at Providence. He was originally undrafted out of Providence College. At first went to the CBA before signing with Sacramento.
Played with the Rockford Lightning this season before spending some time with Charlotte also this season, which led to his joining the Bullets.
Upset about missing the free throws, and they said he is a good free throw shooter. And a foul on Conlon. That is his 4th. Ewing back to the line. Ewing 7 for 11 at the line. A 78% free throw shooter. Minute 38 remaining in the 4th. The Knicks 98 and the Bullets 89. The Knicks have won 8 straight and 14 of the last 15 against Washington. 9-point Knick lead, and the Bullets call for a timeout with a minute 37 remaining 4th quarter.
Every year, what?
Great, a look at the remaining schedule for the Knicks Sunday in Charlotte. Back here Tuesday against the Hawks, followed by Philly at Milwaukee, and then the conclusion against the Bulls in Chicago. The Atlanta Hawks tonight, early 2nd quarter, leading in Milwaukee by 2 points, and tomorrow they will play back home at the Omni against the 76ers, Monday at Chicago. And the Bulls tonight in Charlotte, they are leading the Hornets by 3 early 3rd quarter. Oakley running into Chapman along with Davis. And the foul on Oakley. Both teams over the foul limit. So Rex Chapman to the line, 3 of 4 from the line. Quiet 4th quarter for Chapman. Sat out the start of the quarter. He now has 28 points, 10 of his points coming in the 3rd.
Well, you know, Pat Riley and the coaching staff have to be pleased finally with the defense of the Knicks in the 4th quarter. They've really gotten the Bullets under control.
Kenny Walker checking back in, replacing Marty Conlon. The Knicks have an 8-point lead. They double up on Anthony. Bullets showing some pressure now. Knicks able to handle it. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ewing putting the move on Walker. Bullets going to a small lineup. Cheney was out of bounds. Stepped out. Rare turnover for the Bullets. That is only their 5th. Now 1 minute remaining in the 4th. And that was kicked out by the Bullets. The Knicks have an 8-point lead as they gun for a sweep of the home and home. And a sweep of the Bullets, looking to make it 5 out of 5 on the season against Washington. Knicks using the clock. Here's Blackman for 3. Yes. Well, again, Rolando Blackman with a clutch 3-pointer down the stretch, and it leads to a Bullet timeout with 46 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Hi. Is this space taken?
No.
Then I'll sit down.
You want a Bud Light?
Not yet.
Hey, wait a minute. That's my Bud Light.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
How about a little help here? How many times did Jim Bouton's hat fall off in the 3rd game of the '64 World Series?
37 times.
Give the kid a break. What does Hubert Davis like on his pizza?
Pepperoni and pineapple.
Give the kid a break. Who gave Pepper Johnson his nickname?
His Aunt Trish. Give the kid a break. Give the kid a break.
Nobody knows sports like the Times.
Rolando Blackman in the center of our picture, the center of the focus now. 4th quarter play by Rolando Blackman continues. Moments ago, the cross-court pass from Charles Oakley. Rolando not distracted by no one guarding him, as often happens. Last night, the Knicks really needed Rolando in the 4th quarter. The closing minute of the game, a 3-point shot. Cheney laid off him, and he made the most of it, followed by a 2-point shot that iced things. Blackman coming on strong lately, and you know Pat Riley's really happy about that. It's his defense also. It means a lot to the Knicks.
Knicks now lead 101-90. Down to 40 seconds remaining in the 4th. Rex Chapman off the mark with that 3-point attempt. And the Knicks again will look to use the clock with a half minute to go. Knicks in no hurry, leading by 11, just playing it out. Reach and foul on Gugliotta. Ewing to the line. So the Knicks will go to 31-8 here at Madison Square Garden. But the competition gets a bit stiffer Sunday afternoon in Charlotte, with the Hornets playing for their playoff lives, and then back here on Tuesday against the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, after that Charlotte win over Orlando on a last-second shot by Mourning last night, to keep their winning streak alive, they will be very anxious to see the Knicks.
The Knicks lead by 13. Adams. Down to 10 seconds remaining in the game. And the Knicks hear it from the crowd. So for the moment, the Knicks back on top in the Eastern Conference, a half game in front of Atlanta. And the Knicks go to 54-23. The Knicks, for the moment, are one full game over Chicago. Both the Bulls and the Hawks are in action tonight, and the Bullets dropped to 22-55, and they have dropped 5 of the last 6. Nice scene right at the buzzer with Rolando Blackman walking off with the rookie Calvert Chaney. They have gone at each other pretty aggressively these last two nights, and you know that Rolando is providing words of encouragement for the rookie. Nice scene. Knicks 103 and the Bullets 90. That's the final. Al will be along with the postgame in a moment.
Every Saturn is designed to help protect your engine, your life, and your wallet. One of
before published photos, even a special 30-page section commemorating the first quarter-century of Knicks basketball at Madison Square Garden. Just send $10 check or money order to Knicks Yearbook, 2 Penn Plaza, 3rd floor, New York, New York, 10121, attention Debbie. That's Knicks Yearbook, 2 Penn Plaza, 3rd floor, New York, New York, 10121, attention Debbie.
We got a slam bang smash, raves Dennis Cunningham on CBS with miles and miles and miles of heart. Damn Yankees is a Broadway home run, says Barnes in the Post. Don't miss it. And on ABC, Joel Siegel says if you're keeping score, Broadway starts the season with a big, solid hit. Call Ticketmaster because it's faster. And see the show Jeffrey Lyons dubbed Broadway's new MVP. The show Time Magazine calls Damn Good. Damn Yankees.
Well, the Knicks take full advantage of the struggling Bullets over the course of two nights. Last night in Landover and tonight at Madison Square Garden. They win 2 in a row and put the pressure on the Bulls and the Atlanta Hawks. Tonight's final 103-90. Now, the Bullets led 80-79 until the Knicks reeled off 10 straight points. Anthony Mason taking advantage of Kenny Walker in the mismatch down low, 85-80. And then Herb Williams, who had 10 points and 5 rebounds off the bench, scoring inside on a great feed from Mason. That made it 89-80. Shortly thereafter, Anthony Mason's temper got the best of him, and he was tossed with 2 quick technical fouls. Welcome back to the Garden, everybody. I'm Al Troutwig. We'll hear from Pat Riley. Hopefully Curtis Bunn will join us. And we'll also hear from Walt Clyde Frazier on a special new program involving kids and basketball here in New York City a little bit later. Well, the New York Knicks once again had to put up with the hard work ethic of the Washington Bullets, but they did eventually overcome them with that run that we just talked about in the fourth quarter. And the bench was a big factor in the first half and in the second half tonight, with Herb Williams showing that he's ready for the playoffs and Anthony Mason continuing a pretty good run. It was a night in which the Knicks got victimized with 2 ejections. Charles Smith in the second quarter, and as I told you moments ago, Anthony Mason leaving with 5:25 to go. Knicks are going to have to get control of those tempers. That victimized them for a time in last year's playoffs, and it could hurt them again. The Knicks scoring in the summary brought to you by your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealers. Patrick Ewing following up a 33-point night last night with 24 points tonight, 16 in the second half. 3 block shots and 12 rebounds. Hubert Davis had 18 points on 8 of 13 shooting. Anthony Mason 12 points and 12 rebounds. Charles Oakley with another double-double, and it was a big one, 11 points and 15 rebounds. And Herb Williams, who will talk to us in a moment, 10 points and 5 rebounds. As for the Bullets, it was a Rex Chapman kind of night. 28 points. Rex hit 11 of 24. Not as hot in the second half as he was in the first. Michael Adams, 16 points. 4 rebounds, and Kevin Duckworth, who fouled out, had 13 points. But again, the Bullets had little to contend with. A Twin Towers night. Herb Williams and Patrick Ewing seeing time together. Herb able to back in on Marty Conlon, who looked completely outmatched. And Herb Williams was a big factor in the bench effort of the Knicks and in the end, a victory. Well, joining us now on the floor is Herb Williams. Herb, it was a night in which Pat Riley used you and Patrick Ewing at the same time. How often have you had a chance to work on that in practice?
Not very often. Really not at all. We only do it in the games. We did it in the games 2 or 3 times, and never in practice. I'm always going against him or going against Oakley, but never me and him on the same team.
You know, Herb, when Patrick's career first started here, it was Bill Cartwright and Patrick. They were the Twin Towers. They took photos in front of the World Trade Center, you name it, and that didn't work out. But it's worked out tonight. Why do you think that the difference?
I think both of those guys are low post players, and myself, I can go outside, I handle the ball a little bit, I can pass the ball, put the ball on the floor, so I can do a lot of other things, but both of those guys are back to the bucket post-up players, and both of them playing deep, and also, you know, I can go out on the floor and play smaller people.
Herb, with Patrick out recently with the flu in certain game situations, you've gotten minutes, and you've made the most of your minutes again, and as the playoffs approach, that's got to be a good feeling for you.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to be productive. trying to get my rhythm down. You know, I haven't been playing much, but, you know, the little time I've been getting, I've been trying to work on different things, you know, just in case Patrick get in foul trouble or I'm needed or something goes wrong like tonight when Mason got tossed and then Charles Smith got tossed. So just have to try to stay ready.
Now, Herb, maybe the winning streak ending when it did was a good thing for this team to get it out of its system, lose a couple, as the Pat Riley predicted you would, and have enough games in the regular season to get that winning feeling back again. Is it back even after 2 nights of struggle against these teams, the Bullets?
Yeah, I think we showed signs of improvements, but we're still not where we want to be at least when we started on that 15-game winning streak. We was playing defense much better. We was up pressuring the ball. People were playing their guys, wasn't getting broke down as much. And, you know, we kind of showed flashes here and there, but it's been better than the previous game. So hopefully we'll take it from here and step it up Sunday and go out and have a great game against Charlotte.
Well, Herb, nicely done tonight. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right, Herb Williams has been our guest. 10 points, 5 rebounds tonight in a Knick victory. And for being with us, Herb receives the American Express gift check. Think of it as a universal certificate that can be used to buy anything just about anywhere. Gift checks are available where American Express traveler's checks are sold. And sometimes, when we're in that giving mood, they also receive a watch from Fendi. The 900 series, registered Italian design, finely crafted in Switzerland with an ETA quartz movement for precision timekeeping. Water resistant to 165 feet. The Fendi timepiece collection available at select Macy's stores. Coming up in just a few minutes on MSG, we'll take you live to the play-by-play, and from the play-by-play, Mike and Jennifer will talk to Billy Baldwin, who soon will be making a new movie in Toronto. Greg Anthony of the Knicks, Eamon Coughlin, the chairman of the boards, Lisa Loeb, and Kevin Baker. When we come back, Walt Clyde Frazier talks about a new community program the Knicks are involved in on a night in which the Knicks beat the Bullets for the 2nd game in a row.
Climb into a suit and tie.
Like an import.
5 Bullets turnovers, but they all came in the second half, and that's when the Knicks won this game, out-rebounding the Bullets 58-41 and out-passing them 30 assists to 18. We're going to take a break here in our usual post-game coverage to let you in on something that the Knicks are very happy to be involved in. Here's what we're talking about. This week at Mickey Mantle's restaurant here in Manhattan, the Knicks, the NBA, and some of the 6,500 kids who'll take part in the Coca-Cola Junior Knicks League gathered to celebrate an ongoing success story of teaching the game and more to players from the ages of 7 to 21. And by the way, it's for boys and for girls. Here's Commissioner Rolando Blackman on the importance of what he's doing.
It's a situation where you get a lot of kids, over 6,500 kids, to participate in the Junior League, and it's important to get an opportunity to get out there and play the game, but also it's a great educational program in which the kids get an opportunity to go through the sports, play the basketball, and also be able to get a chance to be into their education, which is very, very important. I think that combination is very, very good.
When I was a boy growing up, Clyde Frazier was one of my heroes, and I heard he did me proud in his speech today. Okay? And I'm a fan of his, but I'm also a fan of Commissioner Blackman, and I wanted to come and get my picture taken with him. And that's why I'm here. So, and of Dave Checkers, who does such great things with the Knicks. So thank you, New York Knickerbockers, past and present, for being such great members of the community. That's why I'm here.
Commissioner, I have a question for you.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Slamming and ramming.
So surrounded with the likes of Walt Clyde Frazier, Rolando Blackman begins to teach basketball and, as we said, more. He's from New York City and realizes these kids need to know more than just sports.
Well, the basic thing I tell them is to make sure that they're trying to be a viable part of their community, and make sure that they have a thought and idea within themselves, that each and every person, I can tell them something, they can hear something on television, their parents can talk to them, but they have to have that spirit within to want to be somebody and want to do something themselves. And I think when opportunities present themselves in front of them, they have to make sure that they're prepared, and part of education is what's going to do that for you.
All right, there's the commissioner of this league. That was Rolando Blackman. Here's the man who's on the board of directors, also there, Eric Anderson. Clyde, this is a very special endeavor by the Knicks, and it's great to see you involved because I think, you know, kids need to understand the history of the game as well, and you, of course, know an awful lot about teaching the game, so it's got to be fun for you.
Yeah, that's only a microcosm of what we're trying to do, Al. We're also using athletics as a carrot for these kids and stressing the importance of education and, of course, abstinence from drugs and alcohol. So the kids are very aware that the Knicks monitor their grades, actually. So if they don't make grades, they cannot play. And that's one reason why I'm in the program, because I want them to know that maybe none of them will be professional athletes, but they must do something in life, and education is the key.
What kind of backgrounds do these kids come from?
A profusion of different backgrounds, prominent kids, inner city kids. And sometimes I often ask myself, what's worse, having too much or having too little? And I think the parents are the catalyst. They must find that delicate balance in between and direct the kids in the way that they should go.
You know, as our Linkletter used to say, kids ask the darndest things. What's the darndest question you've been asked by them so far?
Well, they normally ask how long did I used to practice and how tall was I when I was like them. So they just ask mundane questions. But the main thing I tell them, if you want to be confident, if you want to be successful, it's very easy. First of all, you need a game plan. You must know where you're going. You need confidence. You must believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, who will? And then just a work ethic. You know, you got to be a tenacious worker. And the role model that I utilize is Muggsy Bogues, because most of the kids are small, and I ask them, how tall is Muggsy? They all know he's only 5'3". And I've read about Muggsy, and that's what he attributed his success to in the NBA, is his tenacious work ethic.
Oh, sounds great, and it is great. Now, there are some phone numbers. Let me just read them off this paper real quick so you can do it. Call for information, 212-630-9600. That is the YMCA of Greater New York, and the Citywide Athletic Association at 212-865-3490. If you didn't get those numbers, the YMCA of Greater New York will help you out. Sounds great, Clyde. Good stuff.
Yeah, thanks, Al.
All right, let's talk about the player of the game from tonight's Knick win over the Bullets. It was Anthony Mason, who roared off the bench, scored 12, pulled down 12 rebounds, and then unfortunately got ejected with just over 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Here's a taste of what he was able to do, this time posting up on Tom Gugliotta, Mason with the shoulder fake, and then just sheer strength, banging it inside and dropping it in. Knicks look ahead to a weekend in which they'll play Charlotte and then Atlanta Tuesday night. Back in a moment.
The Knicks are at the Garden to take on the Atlanta Hawks Tuesday at 7 after Sports Desk and Game Night here on MSG.
You've got to see it to believe it. The Men's Apparel Liquidation Center in Farmingdale. A better way to buy better menswear. Aisle after aisle, one great name after another at prices you won't believe. We sell only brand new first quality current season menswear. Suits, sport coats, slacks, outerwear, ties, belts, and more. If you can't find it here for less, they don't make it. The Men's Apparel Liquidation Center. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only, and only for the smartest shoppers. 399 Smith Street, a block and a half east of Route 110.
The New York State Department of Transportation is putting the Express back into the expressway between exits 49 and 57. This diamond symbol designates the new fourth lanes as high occupancy vehicle or HOV lanes, reserved for buses, carpools, and motorcycles between 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. Watch for this sign at each HOV entry point. Smart commuters will arrange ride sharing, saving 1 minute per mile using the HOV lanes. The HOV lanes are brought to smart commuters by your New York State Department of Transportation, reminding you smart commuters use the smart lane.
Of all the ways you can furnish your home, one of the most beautiful ways is with Anderson feature windows and patio doors. Elegant designs bring the warmth of tradition, the comfort of nature.
In Honda, Jericho Turnpike, Huntington.
The Bud Dunk of the Game is brought to you by Budweiser, fresh, pure, natural, proud to be your Bud.
And the Bud Dunk of the Game comes to us from the man we spoke to moments ago, Herb Williams, very active and constantly searching for open space. That resulted in the Bud Dunk of the Game, and that was in the middle of that Knick run in the fourth quarter that allowed the Knicks to take control of the game and eventually win. Now, we've said the Knicks defense was not that sharp tonight, but it was sharp enough in the always important fourth quarter to hold the Bullets to only 14 points, Knicks winning it by the final of 103-90. As is our usual custom on our post-game coverage on MSG, we get to hear from Pat Riley, and that's exactly what we're going to do now.
You know, we did all we could do the last two nights to, to get back on track. You know, we played a team that shot the ball extremely well from the perimeter. You know, had a couple of guys that really went off, and but maintained enough and had a good run at the beginning of the fourth quarter, which we have been missing somewhat. Thought we built on our defense a little bit last night in the fourth quarter, but they kept stretching the defense and kept hitting shots, and Chapman went off, and it was just that kind of a game. So the important thing is that we won, and I thought Herb Williams was really the difference for about 4 or 5 minutes in blocking shots and just creating a different presence out there. He gave us a huge lift. You know, Anthony Mason, you know, has to learn that when he's going really well, and he was going well there for about 3 or 4 minutes and making a difference, that we can't let the heat of any kind of a race, you know, disrupt us emotionally to where we're losing guys. And so we have to correct that.
What made you play Herb and Patrick together?
Well, we lost Charles, and you know, I just thought maybe there was a period in the third quarter where we just were not, any shot that went up at our end of the court, we were not going to the offensive board at all. And I just wanted to get a little bigger, you know, run some very simple, basic things to keep our big guys under the bucket, try to get some second shots. And you know, I have great confidence in Herb. You know, he's sort of caught in the middle between a rock and a hard place with the depth that we have on the team, and he's a consummate professional, and I just thought he played, you know, a very good game for us. And you know, I expect him when he goes out on the court to play well, and he did tonight. He's a very big presence.
Is that about the quickest 1, 2, 3 technical call you ever saw?
Well, it was pretty quick. You know, I mean, you know, Charles, you know, got one technical and then got a second one, like, you know, in a couple of seconds. A veteran official won't be throwing guys that quick, you know. But, you know, that's the way it was tonight. But we have to control ourselves a little bit better than that.
Pat, the Bills scored 100 on you last night, 55 in the first
Yeah.
half tonight, and then 35 in the second half. Was that just they stopped making them, or did you guys really?
No, we, you know, our first half, if you take a look at the numbers, they shot 42%. We out-rebounded them by 12. They did not have one turnover, so we were not affecting the ball at all. And they shot 18 free throws to our 4, so that's basically why they were close to us. You know, and what we're doing, at least tonight, our guys came out really ready to play. We had a great first 6 minutes, and our defense right now is they're making an effort sort of beyond an effort. I don't know if I can explain it, and we're not playing smart defensively. We're being aggressive, but we're gambling. We're going by plays. We're leaving people open, and we're reaching and grabbing on drivers instead of sliding and chesting. And so we're getting ourselves into a little bit of a problem by maybe being a little too aggressive and going past a rock-solid defense and being disciplined. And the effort I like, and now we just got to be smarter defensively. But we're just leaving people open too much is what we're doing.
Tough to keep them motivated after punching the Atlantic, or is the best record
No, the Atlantic has nothing to do with it. You know, I mean, it was a nice achievement, but, you know, why would we? We're in a race with Chicago and with Atlanta. That's what we're in a race for, and we got to keep our eye on that goal. So no, these guys are ready to play.
The Bullets doing things in the first half and again yesterday that Chicago and Atlanta are going to look at and say, you know, we're going to do some of this against the Knicks.
No, they just played their game. They did not trap us. They didn't do anything to disrupt us from an offensive standpoint. Wes Unseld, you know, has always had a team that played hard and executed extremely well. He's never had a real, true post-up player that would, you know, demand double teams and a lot of things like that. So he's always been a coach that has had good perimeter players, and they set great picks. They execute their plays extremely well, and they get shots. Now, Chapman must have made about 4 or 5 shots that you would say, well, he made a couple of them that were deep, but they work very hard in getting those guys open. And if they're making shots, then it's going to be one of those nights. It's also very difficult to contain, you know, Michael Adams because he's like a little top out there, and he just breaks defenses down. So, but they didn't do anything defensively different, you know, against us. they just executed well the last 2 games.
They talk about Charlotte, man, coming up with a team that obviously real competitive with you guys.
You know, we got to win. You know, I mean, Charlotte's in a, you know, I mean, they're in a desperate situation. They're playing very well right now, and you know, having Mourning and Johnson out for an extended period of time, you know, 17 out of 18 games, which was really, you know, a difficult situation that put him so far behind that it might be tough for him to catch. Now, I don't know what happened tonight against Chicago, but, you know, they're just going to be playing as hard as they can until they're mathematically eliminated. And it's going to be a tough game.
Like a wounded animal type thing?
Well, I don't know. No, they're just playing very hard. They're in that situation. It's, you know, every game is their 7th game right now. So we can expect them to be raucous, you know, on Sunday. Plus, I think they guaranteed that they were going to beat us anyhow. So after the last game.
And Pat Riley's Coaches Conference is brought to you by Saturn, a different kind of company, a different kind of car. He's a different kind of coach. Well, joining us now for the Clubhouse Report is Curtis Bunn. Now, Curtis, Pat Riley wants the Knicks to play with emotion, but he has to demand that, especially in situations as we get down to the wire, that those emotions are kept under control. And they weren't tonight. What kind of reaction in the locker room?
Well, it's certainly a fine line between playing with emotion and playing out of control. And Charles Oakley talked about, he sort of compared the Knicks to Charlotte, a young team that is brash and talks a lot. And he said, you know, we're more experienced than them, and we have to be a lot more mature in situations where, especially Charles Smith had already gotten ejected earlier, and in Mason's case, he got ejected. He followed that with an ejection at a period when he was really playing well and lifting the team.
Well, the team's got to know this by now, right?
Yeah, they do, but I think Mason in particular, I mean, if you watch him play, that guy never commits a foul. Every foul, he's arguing about it, and sometimes, depending on the referee's mood, he's going to react to that.
All right, you look to team leaders then to keep the players in line. What kind of things were said in the locker room?
Well, I think it was something that was pretty subtle. You know, I'm sure Herb Williams, a guy who's been around a great deal of time and also is very poised and mature and knows how to talk to people and relate. I'm sure he'll take those guys aside and say, look, you know, all that's not necessary, just play the game. And I think Pat Riley has done that quite a bit. Sometimes it sinks in, sometimes it doesn't.
All right, we're looking for and putting the pressure on. One last quote out of that quote book to summarize the evening.
Well, I saw John Starks in this bright fluorescent suit. And
by the way, Doc Rivers said he's not making me look bad because he looks like Barney. I thought it was a pretty good line.
Yeah, it was. It was certainly accurate. But Starks says he certainly feels like he's going to be back in the first round of the playoffs. Said he's going to go to Charleston when they finish the regular season next Sunday and see how he feels down there. He's going to begin practicing probably then, and he hopes to play in that first-round series.
All right, thanks a lot, Curtis Bunn. Well, the evening started. We talked to some of the Knicks' wives who were trying to save lives by creating an initial awareness of breast cancer and even more awareness, and the Knicks continue to give. We talked with Clyde Frazier a moment ago, and there's Charles Smith, who has an education center in his native Bridgeport, Connecticut, and he has a bunch of guests here tonight. He has stayed post-game. They have stayed post-game, and he is signing autographs, taking pictures. Charles Smith ejected in the second quarter. Anthony Mason in the fourth. That was part of the storyline in tonight's Knicks 103-90 victory over the Washington Bullets. Now the Knicks take on Charlotte on NBC Sunday, and we'll be back for a very important Eastern Conference showdown. It is the New York Knicks and the Atlanta Hawks, and we'll begin our game night coverage at 7. You can hear it on the Fan. In moments, we'll take you live to the play-by-play. Mike and Jennifer scheduled to talk to Billy Baldwin, Greg Anthony, Eamon Coughlin, Lisa Loeb, and Kevin Baker. For Marv Albert, John